Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Elevate. My name is Jessica.
My name is Darwin.
Welcome to episode 78.
Let's get it. So I saw this TikTok the other day and I sent it to you. I won't play it because I obviously don't want to put that person on here.
I mean, they said that we were free to share it if we wanted to, but it's a pretty long video. It's like 5 minutes long.
And it was a woman that she's a nurse and she said that her husband also has a good job. She didn't really mention what it was. And she was like just crying. She didn't even post on social because I like went on her page, and obviously she opened TikTok. She started crying, started venting about the situation, and that's the one that went viral.
Yeah, she just looked very stressed out. Like you could tell she was just like kind of fed up, not knowing what to do. So the video was really about how she felt like she did everything right as a person to have a somewhat decent life, successful life. She became a nurse, and her husband makes pretty good money. She didn't really go into details about what he does, but she said between the both of them, they make decent money. And so she just felt like, and she also showed a little bit of like where she lives. She's like, I don't live in a huge home. It's like she said, I think it was like a 3-bedroom with a 1-bathroom.
Yeah,
and they have 2 kids, right? Yeah. And so she's like, why is it that, you know, like we got paid this past Friday. We went grocery shopping. We fueled, you know, the car and paid whatever bills they had. And it's like they only have like $200, $300 left in their bank account that has to last until the next pay period. Yeah. And that made her feel like, why am I living paycheck to paycheck?
I actually was when I came across the video, and I went to the comments. You always go to the comments to see how people are reacting.
Right.
And 90% of people were saying
that they understood.
That they understand that there was some people were saying like, you're lucky you got $200 to go to the next pay period. So it was, you know, it was common, like people were saying. I was like, wow, like a lot of people are feeling this way, and you see it like based of the economy, like a lot of people are struggling, credit card debt's high, this and that. But like this is a person that has a well-paying career, like she's a nurse,
right?
And again,
it's someone that technically, based on when we grew up, did everything right. So it's like a person who, let's say, didn't go to college or doesn't have a career per se, but just got a job. A regular job could be saying, well, maybe this is happening to me because I didn't go to school and actually get a career for myself. But you shouldn't feel guilty, because let me tell you, everyone's going through it. Yeah. And that's prime example that it doesn't even matter where on the spectrum you are in terms of career at this point, everyone's struggling. Yeah.
Like things are so high. Like she was talking about, you know, like groceries. You go to groceries and you spending $200 and you go home with like bread and juice.
Yeah.
And
then you send me another one where the lady, they try to make a bad situation funny, because sometimes you just have to learn to laugh, you know, throughout the hard times too. And so this one was pretty funny because I don't know if we could play it. If you can, just insert it here.
Everything okay, ma'am?
It's just that you've only scanned a few items and it's already $60. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm a trained professional, ma'am. I've scanned a lot of groceries. I need you to stay with me.
It's just that my in-laws are in town and they want a charcuterie board.
Well, this isn't going to be easy, so I need you to be brave, all right? What's your name?
Patricia.
Patricia, all right. I need you to take a deep breath. We're about to do the cheese.
Oh my God! The numbers are going up so fast! Why do we have to be a Balderson's house?
Don't look up there. It only makes it worse. Keep your eyes on me, okay?
Can't you just scan something less expensive?
I can, but let's not forget, it's the little things that add up, all right? Now brace yourself. I'm about to do the mixed nuts.
Oh my God, I'm gonna pass out!
Okay, bite down on this, Patricia. Get ready. I'm gonna do the cured meats.
No, stop! I can't do this anymore!
It's too late. There's a line behind you, okay? You're locked in.
I'm not strong enough.
I know it looks like a lot right now, but I promise you, you're gonna get home and you're gonna wonder, what did I even buy? You've got this, Patricia. Get ready. I'm gonna weigh the grapes.
Oh, what have you done to me, you son of a...
Okay, your total's $257.84.
Oh, no.
You gotta dig deep. This is the hardest part. Patricia, it's time to pay.
And she's like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And And that is a clear representation of how we are feeling as a society in the United States currently.
And then when he scanned the meat, that's when she lost it. Like, not the meat. And it's true. Like, you know, we laugh, but
and
it's
that's
the
why
truth.
those videos are going viral, because so many of us can relate to those feelings at this moment. And it's like in the past, you know, you could have been living paycheck to paycheck because you were being reckless. But at this point, a lot of people are not being reckless and they're still struggling.
Yeah. And even some people may not even be struggling to put food on the table, let's say, because we don't want to say this is everybody. Everybody manages their finances differently. But like nobody has, like, unless you're making a lot of money and are very good with your budget, like have excess money to, let's say, put to savings or save up for a down payment. Like right now is not everybody that's like, oh, I'm putting 20% down on a house that costs $600,000 because the median house is like $500K.
But that's what she was trying to go. That's what she was trying to get at, because she clearly has food on her table, but she's still feeling like she has to stretch her money for so many days until she gets paid. And it's like that uncertainty.
Yeah.
It's something that we should not be living with. That uncertainty of, if an emergency was to happen from today to the day I get paid, I'm screwed.
Well, then there's a study that I was reading that the average American cannot afford a $500 emergency, like in cash.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
But then we're here sending like money to every single country besides the U.S. Let's not get into that politics.
Yeah, please. Oh my God.
Another thing
I
I took from
know.
that,
I don't even know what is the solution to this at this point.
well, I wanted to talk about it more because it's like we said in previous podcasts, like stop comparing yourself from what you see like online of these flashy people that are like going viral because they have flashy cars. Like the majority of people in the US are not living this way. So like don't beat yourself up thinking like, oh my God, everybody is ultra successful and driving around brand new cars and I'm over here, I can't make it to next week's paycheck. Like
the
most people are that.
The probability of them just being very irresponsible with their money is very high.
The thing is, like, you know, that sells on social media. So that's what gets promoted. Like, you're not going to want to scroll on social media and see everybody struggling. Like, social
people
media
are
is
not going to want to. People don't like to share that stuff. And not to say that you should be, because I'm one that says all the time, like, people don't need to know every detail about your life. People don't need to be seeing you crying. I get it. Sometimes you get overwhelmed. Like this video that we just saw, like she was crying and it really touched me.
Yeah.
And I understand why some people do it, because it's like, if I'm feeling alone in this, I'm sure someone else is feeling this way. So let me just share how I feel in this moment so another person can feel like they're not alone through this.
Yeah. But one thing that happened in that video that I went to see if there was a part 2 was that she created a part 2 about her comments, because obviously the video went crazy viral. She had both sides of opinion, people agreeing with her, people saying like work harder, you know, just being nasty. And again, she's not a person that posts on social media. So this was like a random post that just, she did it. So she created a follow-up saying like, oh, I didn't really make that video to hear anybody's opinion. I was just like venting and I decided to go on TikTok and do it, which is a big mistake, I feel like.
If she didn't want anybody's opinion.
Because you just don't know what video is going to go crazy. Yeah. And then you're posting it out to the people. Like, you can't expect for people not to comment. Like,
give their 2 cents, yeah.
And you also can't expect for everybody to agree with you.
Yeah.
But there were so many people saying like they agree with what she's saying. But obviously the bad comments is the one that got to her. Especially for somebody that's not on
Used
social media. And yeah, she was just like going off, like telling people like she don't care. Like she wasn't asking people for their opinions. She just like wanted to vent, which I get, but that's the consequences of. Yeah.
But what I'm saying also is, you know, I also don't agree with you just with people. You know, there's people who make scenes for a lot of little things for no reason, just to get views and likes. And
nah, she was stressed.
No, I know she was stressed. Like you could tell it was very genuine. She was just, she had enough.
Yeah.
And she's just like, what do I do? Like, and that is a very genuine sentiment that is really happening in a lot of families today. I totally related to the video, and a lot of people watching or, you know, that follow us on socials may think like, oh no, they're totally good. Like we have our days where we feel like,
Yeah.
are we good?
Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
But we just keep going. We just keep grinding. We just keep, we don't lose hope that things are going to get better. And every time that we feel very overwhelmed at any situation, I always pray, God help us, guide us toward the right, direction. What should we be doing? And, everything just seems to resolve itself all the time. I just put it in God's hands. But, a lot of the things that are happening right now are really out of our control, like inflation. There's nothing we can do other than just weather the storm and wait for it to get better.
Yeah, because it's like your job's not going to give you more money. So, and if you don't have time to go do a side hustle to create more money, then you kind of just have to wait it out.
You just have to deal with it. And, there's some of us who we get part-time over part-time, and, we just get little jobs, on top. There's a lot of people I feel like right now in this economy who have a job and then a lot of side hustles.
Yeah.
But again, that's something that everybody can't do. There's situations that would make that hard, especially when you have kids and maybe you're a single parent, many things come into play.
I don't know. I feel like we are in the best era of being able to create side hustles.
True. There's never been a better time to have a side hustle.
You could literally do anything. You can Uber Eats, you can
or
Grubhub,
you can have a business from your home.
Yeah, you can do stuff we come across it all the time. People just selling random bracelets online, just making money on TikTok.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to just get a little creative and think about what it is that you may be good at on the low and just, make some profit off of that.
And you don't need all of this. There are people on lives on their phone, making way more money than all of this production we got going on.
And you know what is something that I also thought about as I was listening to her? Also, I do want to clarify, I don't think it is fair or sustainable, but I mean, life is not fair. But I don't think that, it should be this way. I don't think we should have to be able to have one job and then have many side hustles to be able to sustain our life. I think it's unfair.
Definitely.
But that's what we're living through. That is what's happening. So I'm the type of person that I don't like to sit down and just dwell on the fact that it's not fair. I'm just going to figure out what can I do to make my situation better. But is it fair? It's totally not fair. Whose fault it is, I'm not really sure, and I'm not going to go into that. And I don't want to talk about politics or is it this president or that president. I really don't care. I mean, in a way, let me take that back a little bit. We should care. We should care about
you don't care to express it too.
Exactly. We should care about who we're voting for and, really pay attention to the policies these people are trying to implement because they affect us.
Yeah.
At one point or another, they're going to affect us. But what I mean is I don't care to share them here publicly with everyone. This is not a political channel. Yeah. But damn, what was my point? So
that we shouldn't have to
we shouldn't have to feel forced to have multiple streams of income, but at the same time, we have to figure it out.
But it's one of those things that people will be like, you'll hear the people who have money, I will say oh, downgrade, go into a smaller apartment. What do we do? Go back into the hood? The hood is worse than ever, and it's expensive.
Or some of us can't even do that. Right now, us, for example, we're living in a 2-bedroom. We cannot go down from a 2-bedroom. We have 2 kids.
No, I'm saying we can go down, but we're going to go back into the hood where violence in New York City is off the charts. So it's okay, I'm going to go save a few dollars because it's not you're going from you're saving maybe $150, $200.
Because it's not cheap to live in the hood either.
And then it's I have to worry for my kids. I have to worry for my car. Our car used to get broken into all the time living.
And so, I remember what I was going to say earlier. As I was watching her video, she's like, I only have $200 and $300 left until I get paid again. And obviously that gives her anxiety. But in a way, I also thought, maybe this is a wrong thought to have, but I also thought, have we been very spoiled in the past because back in the day, money, I believe, wasn't so abundant.
I mean, we didn't know. So
We didn't know what.
we didn't know because I don't feel like people spoke about money back then.
True.
Like now.
It was like secret.
So
I'm like, is it like bad? I mean, you have to have anxiety knowing that you have $200 or $300 in the bank, because it's like, you know that $200, $300 is not going to take you far nowadays.
No, I mean,
So it's like maybe back in the day, $200, $300 was like decent amount of money to have in the bank. But now in today's world, you might not even have enough for your grocery shopping with that kind of money.
That's the problem. Or even
Yeah.
just like you can't cover an emergency.
Yeah.
Like in cash, like you have to go use a credit card. Like people, like why are we living just like for basic necessities? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is very crazy.
You know?
And I think the fact that, you know, our generation is mostly on social media and we're being fed these luxurious lives 24/7 is making a lot of our generation feel pressured to like live this lifestyle that at this point is not even so attainable.
Yeah, I mean, and also, like one of the reasons why I left my 9 to 5 was that reason, that it was like, man, I was making good money. It was sales, so I had to obviously perform in sales to get commission, but like my base salary was not really nothing crazy. So like the sales offsetted it, but like I would not get a raise on my regular hourly rate. So I was like, either I sell, which is a hit or miss, or like why am I not getting paid for just the value that I provide? Like it has to be like, oh no, go hit these numbers in order to make this money. And then your commission gets taxed like 40-50%. So it's like, and I felt that like, damn, I have no room to grow unless I just keep giving hours and to this company. And I'm still at the mercy of them deciding if I should work for them or not next year.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't give me a substantial increase. I have to sell off the charts for you to be able to make money. The commission was always wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then I have no room to grow. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just go do my own business like everybody else tries to do. And it is what it is.
Everybody else is not trying to do
People,
that. But
you know, people who have businesses.
yeah, I definitely, you have to do what's best for you. Sometimes we have better options for our lives and we're just scared to take the steps. Sometimes we're in jobs that do not value us as employees, that do not even give us good benefits, do not, you know, just value you. And we're there because we're scared that if we leave, we're not going to survive. And the truth of the matter is that when we're put in situations that challenge us, when we're put in situations where it's like fight or flight, you're going to make it. You're going to push through because you're forced to. When you're when somebody puts you against the wall, it's like there's this instinct in us that is going to make us do what we have to do. So in order for us to survive, like we have that in ourselves as human beings.
Yeah. But this is definitely a short ass episode and we want to hear what you say in the comment section. We are in between bookings in the studio and they are downstairs. So
okay.
Let's wrap it up. Let us know what you think in the comment section. This was a short one, but we appreciate you for just tuning in.
Let us know how you're feeling. You know, are you really stressed out about money? Have you recently had to pick up a side hustle? What are you doing? Let us know how we can support in any way. Because it's very hard times right now and we're all feeling it. So
support emotionally, not financially.
Don't feel alone in this because we're in this together. And that's it for today's podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for watching or listening. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave your comments down below. Hit the bell so you'll be notified every time we post a video. If you're on any of the audio platforms, don't forget to leave us your reviews. It really helps us out. And until next time.
Peace.